Hey guys, it's Ocean RDC back again with my second deck profile video. Got okay responses from the first video, but I was just at AWA, Anime Weekend Atlanta, for all you guys that went. Likes for all that. And I was playing with this deck this weekend, and I'm not sure if I want to keep playing with it or what I want to do, but it was competitive, but couldn't really push through and win as much as I thought it would. But very competitive, and I did like it. So I'm gonna share it with you guys. It's a Zombie Turbo or Zombie Exy, however you want to look at it. But I'll definitely go ahead and just get started with you guys. All right. So first thing is 3 Zombie Master. Zombie Master is just generally the engine for zombies. Just discard 1 monster and special 1 zombie from the graveyard. It creates a lot of great situations for Plague Spreader or Goblin Zombie. You can Exy or Synchro right off of this effect. So just a great card to have in a zombie deck. I don't know why you would run a zombie deck without it. So yeah, I run 3 Zombie Master, and everyone else should too. Next one is 3 Goblin Zombie. In Goblin Zombie, you're just generally the searchers for the deck, and they have really good additional effects to it too. If it does battle damage, your opponent mills the top card off their deck. Now that's good and bad in some situations, depending on who you're playing. But generally, it's good because you can just have them out there, just start poking your opponent for points, and then they get frustrated enough to want to just kill it, and you get your plus. So great card. Goblin Zombie, just wonderful. Next card is Plague Spreader. Don't really need to explain what Plague Spreader does. Everyone knows what it does. And so yeah, Plague Spreader. Mizuki. Don't really need to explain that one either. Just a great card. Specials 1 zombie from the graveyard. Just take him out of play. I did have a Pain Painter, now that I'm thinking about it. I did have a Pain Painter, but over this weekend I did see that it really didn't help that much. It's not really that big of a difference unless you want to run Exys or you really want to run Archery and Zombie Skull. But yeah, so Pain Painter really not that good of a card as everyone says it is. Anyways, my next card is Spirit Reaper. Don't really need to explain that one either. Spirit Reaper, everyone knows what it does. Just really good. Just start minusing your opponent's hand and start gaining advantage. Next 2 are 2 Veilers. Right now I do have a Raikou in this deck, but I do plan on taking it out for a Veiler because it's just so much better. Just Veilers are just those great cards that you can just start nubbing your opponent with, and they think they're just gonna start going off on you and just up Veiler, easy. So yeah, 2 Veilers would be in this deck. Next card is Gores. I mean, I really don't have to explain this one. Gores is just generally for this build because when zombies tend to go off and your opponent responds in kind, you really don't have much left on the field after your opponent, I guess, nukes the field or whatever. So Gores is just that great card to have in your hand just to respond back from all that destruction. So yeah, I actually did win 3rd round of my tournament with this card. Just had it out. The opponent nuked my field, and he was laying in wait, and I got the drop on him and won right after this because of Gores. So yeah, thumbs up to Gores. Next card is Sangan. Yeah, a lot of these cards you really don't need to explain. It's just, yeah, you have to run it. Next one's Necrogardna. Now, I really don't know why I have this card in here in the first place. Actually, to tell you the truth, I wanted to run Glow Bulb, but it didn't really happen, so I just threw in Necrogardna for AWA, and it turned out okay. I mean, you pitch it with the Zombie Master effect, and it's an okay setup, but I really probably would prefer Glow Bulb as opposed to this card, because you can just go into Trish in that situation. So, yeah, I'll probably just take this out for Glow Bulb. Yeah. Next card is Gale. I have Gale in here for 2 reasons. Because Gale is just great tech. You know, your opponent comes out with a huge beater, and here you come with just this Gale cut in half kill, easy. And the other reason would be because I run Zephyros. Now Zephyros is that great card in XYZ combos because take Utopia for instance, he's out of negate material, so just bounce Utopia back to the extra and special Zephyros, and then summon another level 4, and then XYZ back for that same Utopia. So it's just one of those great cards where it can help in more situations than one. So definitely a great card. This obviously, you open up with this, you're gonna go into Armor Master, so it's just great. And the next one is Lone Fire Blossom. Now, probably by now you guys are like, oh, great, he runs Plan Engine in this. And I'm like, you know what? I really don't care what you guys think. I was against Plan Engine for a while, but I just needed some option because alone zombies, they work, but they're very one-dimensional. So adding a Plan Engine does kind of put a little extra dimension in them to keep your opponent guessing. And just works really great, obviously. Even though it is at 1, it's still just a great card. Lone Fire Blossom. So then, obviously, the next one is Dandelion. I don't need to explain that. So many ways to put him in the graveyard. Zombie Master, foolish. Just summon him out with Lone Fire, let him sit there. It's just really good. Just sometimes I'm glad it's not banned, and other times I'm not. I wanted him to be banned, but he's still here, so might as well use him, right? And my next card is Spore. Yeah, that is my Spore. Thumbs up to the muscular Spore. Right, Spore Man. But yeah, Spore, just another one of those great cards, and especially in this situation, you get so much plus off of your searching. Plague Spreader and Goblin Zombie, just go 6 into whatever you want. Brio, Iron Chain, whatever you want, and then get your plus. You use this, Plan Engine, make Spore a 4 for Goblin Zombie, you go into your 8s. And plus still after that, so it's just really good in here. And the last monster in this deck is obviously Blackluster Soldier. Yeah, surprise. Yeah, that's why I run the Effect Veilers. Go figure. But yeah, just BLS, just a really, really messed up card. Cannot believe it was unbanned. Managed to get me one at AWA. Here it is, and I have been using it quite well. So yeah, definitely BLS. If you don't have it, get one. I know it's kind of hard, but for some people, others I've seen with like 6 of them and won't let go of any of them. But anyways, yeah, need BLS. Alright, now for the spells, I run 2 Book of Life. Generally, everybody knows what Book of Life does. You special a zombie and then banish one of your opponent's monsters from the graveyard. This is like a really good card, but with all the tech that I run in this zombie deck, I mean, 2 is the max you really just want to go in this deck. Any more than that, and you're just dead drawing in the Book of Life for no reason. You're just going to kill yourself. So yeah. I run 1 Duality. If anything, I may just take this Duality down to nothing and just switch it with a lore. Because I don't even run a lore. Because I think I'd probably just get the drop on my opponent a lot quicker with a lore as opposed to Duality. I should just sit there. It's only good for like an opening hand, really. So yeah. Next card is Foolish. Obviously, I mean, I have so many choices to bury. I could bury Plague, Mizuki, Dandelion, Spore. I mean, this card just becomes so versatile in my hand to go with whatever situation I'm in. So yeah, why wouldn't you run Foolish? Next card, this is really just staples. Monster Reborn, Dark Hole, Heavy Storm. I run 2 MST, although I may take this back to 1 if I incorporate Bone Crusher. Because, I mean, Bone Crusher in itself, I mean, if anybody remembers what Bone Crusher did, if he's special by a zombie monster's effect, it destroys 1 spell or trap card on the field, and then it kills himself at the end of the turn. But I figure, hey, if I do Zombie Master into Bone Crusher and then pop one of your back rows, I can definitely overlay into Utopia and keep Bone Crusher around. So yeah, may take this to 1 or keep it, whatever, but yeah, 2 MST right now. Next card's Mind Control. Yeah, staple. Why wouldn't you run it? So good. Traps, I run 2 Solemn Warning, and obviously Solemn Judgment. Go figure with that. I mean, if you don't run this, I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't. It's just so good. Yeah. Run 2 Bottomless. Yes, this one is gold. Kind of like it. But yeah, 2 Bottomless, kind of, just staple. I run 2 compulsory. This is a lot better of a card than people really give it credit for, and I mean, it's been printed so many times. It's got its super version. I kind of want that version instead, but compulsory is just really good. So yeah. Torrential Tribute. Don't need to explain that. Dimensional Prison. Don't really need to explain that either. And Mirror Force. Yeah, kind of looking for an Ultra because I don't care how good Mirror Force is. It just does not look good common. Alright, and then to the extra deck, I run 1 Trishula, because that's how many you can run. Trishula, you can actually go into Trishula very well. I mean, like I said earlier, you can go into 9 with Glow Bulb if it was in this deck, so it's very easy to run into Trish. And in that case, it's also good to run into Mistworm, you know, so it's just another option for a 9 in case I've already used Trishula, or just whether I want to just bounce the opponent's field rather than just taking 1 from each place like Trishula does. Next one is Brynek. Obviously, just such a great card. You sync 6 with Goblin Zombie with this card, and it just creates a wonderful plus. You go search Mizuki or whoever, Plague Spreader, anybody that you want, like, and then just pitch it to the graveyard with Brynek's effect. So it's just really good. Next one is Stardust. You can bring this out so many ways. Like I said, the 8s with Spore, any way you want to. Starlight Road. I mean, everyone should have a Stardust right now because, I mean, Starlight Road is really good in this format. So, yeah, Stardust Dragon. Catastor, really good against agents in this format. I advise everyone to at least play these because it's a really, really good game changer. Make sure your opponent really just think outside the box if they can to try and figure a way to get rid of Catastor like that. I mean, I know Hyperion could just come up and just ram it with his effect, but it's just really good against lights, agents, whatever. So, yeah. And Black Rose, I mean, don't really have to explain that. You know, you don't like the field, nuke it with this. Easy. Iron Chain Dragon, great 6 if you don't want to go into Brio real quick. I mean, 25 off of a 6 is really good because Goyo doesn't exist anymore. But nonetheless, you know, you mill when you do damage with this guy, so he's a lot better than people give credit for. So Iron Chain. Then Colossal Fighter. I mean, what can I really say more about Colossal Fighter than everybody already knows? So, yeah, just run it. Revive King Hades. Now, this card is actually very good in zombie decks, especially when you're playing stuff like Plants or Tengus. Because if you take Revive King's effect is any zombie monster, any monster that gets destroyed by a zombie, its effect gets negated. So Tengus don't go off, Dandelion doesn't go off, you know, just all those searchers don't go off, and you just sit there laughing at your opponent, poking fun at them because you can't search, you can't add, you can't special, whatever, you know. So great card. Doom Kaiser, I mean, I really only have it in here for the same reason. It's a 6 that you can go into if you don't want to go into Brio too early or whatever. And if you're playing Mirror, just wonderful card too. So, yeah. Next one's Armor Master. Like I said earlier, I run Gale and Zephyros. I mean, Armor Master's got to be in here. So, yeah. You know, you go Gale and Goblin Zombie, you get your plus when he comes out too. So, wonderful card. Next one is Red Dragon Archfiend. I plan on taking this out for a Scrap Dragon. But right now, I mean, Red Dragon's just in here because he's a 3,000 beater. So yeah, in case your opponent's running away, just throwing all defenses, just throw this guy out here and just wipe the field with it. So yeah. And for my XYZ, I run 2 Utopia. Like I said earlier, you know, you go 4s really easy in this zombie deck. So Utopia is just a great card, and then if it ever goes, it's just fodder for BLS. So yeah, it's just wonderful. And the last card is Levier. Levier, a wonderful card, especially when you run a plant engine. Remove Dandelion or Lone Fire for Spore, and then some, you know, you later go into, you know, 3s and Levier, and then all of a sudden you got your Dandelion or your Lone Fire back. Whoopee! You know? I mean, it's just so broken. I mean, today I had like a ridiculous combo using my opponent's Levier just to game him with mind control, and it was just so sick. So I mean, Levier, I had to get one. So have to get Levier. Have to. First Ed. Even though you really can't see it. First Ed. Yes. And that's the way I'm gonna keep it. But alright, guys, that's definitely about it. Comment, subscribe, rate, whatever. Hate me, love me, whatever. But definitely check all this stuff out and check out the rest of my stuff. Alright? I'm out, YouTube.